Hi there, my name is Lynn and I'm the Children and Community Minister at Roheath Pavilion Church. Today I'm going to be making some Easter garden boxes, and now this is actually the fourth part of a four-part video thing that I'm doing. This is the last part, so while I'm making these Easter boxes, I've been telling the story of Easter, and this is the last part. So if you haven't watched the first three, go back and watch. We've got the Great Parade, the Servant King, and a dark night in the garden. And this final part of the story, this is a two-parter, and this one is called The Sun Stops Shining and God's Wonderful Surprise. The Romans gave Jesus a crown made out of thorns. They put a purple robe on him and pretended to bow down to him. They whipped him and they spat on him. The soldiers made him a sign that said, "Our King," and nailed it to a wooden cross. They walked up a hill outside the city. Jesus carried the cross on his back. They nailed Jesus to the cross. "Father, forgive them. They don't understand what they're doing," Jesus gasped. People shouted at him, "If you were really the Son of God, you could just climb down off that cross." They were right, of course. Jesus could have climbed down. Actually, he could have just said a word and made all of it stop. But Jesus stayed. You see, it wasn't the nails that kept Jesus there on that cross. It was love. "Papa, where are you? Don't leave me," Jesus cried. And for the first time and the last, when Jesus spoke, nothing happened. Just a horrible, endless silence. God didn't answer. He turned away from his boy. The fullness of God's fierce anger at sin was coming down on his own son instead of on his people. It was the only way God could destroy sin and not destroy his children whose hearts were filled with sin. Then Jesus shouted in a loud voice, "It is finished. Father, I give you my life." And with a great sigh, he let himself die. Jesus' friends gently carried Jesus down off the cross, and they laid him in a tomb carved out of rock. "That's the end of Jesus," the leaders said. But just to be sure, they sent strong soldiers to guard the tomb. They hauled a huge stone in front of the door to the tomb so that no one could get in or out. Just before sunrise on the third day, God sent an earthquake and an angel from heaven. When the guards saw the angel, they fell down with fright. The angel rolled the huge stone away and sat on top of it and waited. At dawn, Mary Magdalene and some other women headed to the tomb to wash Jesus' body. When they got there, they immediately noticed something odd. The tomb was wide open. They peered through the opening into the dark tomb. Jesus' body was gone, and there was an angel there. Then the angel asked them, "What are you doing here? This is a tomb, and tombs are for dead people." The women couldn't speak. "Jesus isn't dead anymore. He's alive," the angel said. The other women rushed home, but Mary stayed behind. How could this be true? Jesus was definitely dead. How could he be alive? Just then, Mary heard someone else in the garden. Perhaps it's the gardener, she thought. He'll know where Jesus' body is. Mary called out to the man, "I don't know where Jesus is. I can't find him." Mary. Only one person said her name like that. She could hear her heart thumping. She turned around and she thought she was dreaming, but she wasn't dreaming. She was seeing. "Jesus!" He said to her gently, "You'll be able to hold on to me later, Mary, and always be close to me. But now, go and tell the others that I'm alive." So on Easter Day and every single day, we get to celebrate that Jesus is alive, and we get to share that good news every single day, just like Mary did in the story. I am so thankful that the story of Jesus didn't end with him in that tomb. So if you decide to make a Good Friday or an Easter Sunday garden box, while you're doing it, you can think about God's love for all of us that he showed through Jesus' sacrifice on the cross and through his defeat of death and sin. And maybe you can also think of someone to share the good news with. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you can have some fun getting a little bit messy, making one of these Easter garden boxes or all of these Easter garden boxes, and have a lot of fun getting creative as well. So if you do decide to make one of these boxes, if you want to take a picture of it and share it on the church Facebook page, I know everyone would love to see your beautiful creations. So happy Easter, everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye!